In our everyday lives, examples of conical objects include an ice cream cone, the taper of a pen.
Can you see?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is about cone.
Let's discuss the various types of cones, and not whose base is circular, but the line joining the vertex to the center of the base is not at a right angle to the base is a circular cone. An object whose base is not circular, but the line joining the vertex to the center of the base is at a right angle to the base is not a circular cone. Circular and joining the vertex to the center of the base is at a right angle to the base is a right circular cone.
So right circular cone has the vertex joining the base at right angles.
Observe that a right circular cone is obtained when a right triangle is rotated about any one side. Here, the line joining the vertex to the center of the base is at a right angle to the base. Let's learn about the parts of a right circular cone. In the given figure, the fixed point O is the vertex of the cone. The point O is the axis, and the length of OA is the height of the cone. The radius AC or AB of the circular base is the radius of the cone. The length OC or OB of the segment is the slant height of the cone. The plane circular end is the base of the cone. Let's perform an activity to find out the curved surface area of a cone. Cut a cone in the manner shown. The line cut is the slant height, which is represented L. If we cut this shape into many pieces, then each piece is in the form of a triangle, base B1, B2, B3, and so on, and height L. Hence, the area of the entire piece of paper is equal to the sum of the areas of all the triangles. B1, B2, B3, and so on form the curved portion, which is the perimeter of the base, which is equal to 2 pi r. Hence, of a cone is equal to pi RL. Now, activity to the volume of a cone. Consider a cylindrical vessel and a conical vessel, same radius r and height h. Fill the cone with liquid. Now pour this liquid into the cylinder. What do you observe? When the cone is filled for the third time and emptied into the cylinder becomes full. This means that the volume of is equal to 1/3 the volume. Note that the volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r square. The volume of a cone is equal to 1/3 pi r square into h. R, height h, and slant height L. The curved surface of the cone is equal to pi RL. The total surface area of the cone multiplied by L plus R. The volume of the cone is equal to 1/3 pi r square h. Let us consider some illustrative examples. Radius and height of a right circular cone are 7 meters.
Find the volume 1/3 pi r squared h. 1/3, 22/7, 7 into 7
Ma'am,
into 20.
1232 centimeter cube.
Now you have to find the total surface area of a cone is formula for
Square bracket L plus R. Square bracket R plus.
yes 7 into they have not given L. How to find L?
Pythagoras.
Square root of plus 8. 7 squared plus 24 square. How much? 49 plus, find the square root.
704
Note
centimeter square.
on substituting the given values in the form equal to 1232 cubic centimeters. Let the height of the cone be equal to L. We know that L square is equal to R square plus H square. Now substitute the values of R and H in the formula to get the value of L as 25 centimeters. We know that the total surface area of a cone is pi r multiplied by L plus R. On substituting the values of pi, r and L in the formula, we get the total surface area equal to 704 square meters.
Did you get this? 704.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The height of a right circular cone is 84 centimeters and the radius of its base is 35 centimeters. Find out the curved surface area. The curved surface area
Do this.
Ten 1010 value, ma'am.
What about volume?
10,010, ma'am. Centimeter cube.
Then
of the cone is equal to pi rl, where L is equal to square root of r square plus h square, which is equal to 91 centimeters. On solving, we get the surface area of the cone as 10,010 square centimeters. We know that the volume of a cone is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square h. On substituting the values of pi, r and h in the above formula, we get the volume of the cone equal to 1,07,800 cubic centimeters.
did you get this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Height of a right circular cone 10 meters respectively. Find out its curved surface area and total surface area. Use pi equal to 4. Now, the diameter is equal to 12 meters. Slant height is equal to 10.
Do this. Take 3.14 for pi.
Ma'am, CSA 188.4 centimeter square, ma'am. 188.8, ma'am. 4. 188.4
is the CSA.
Yes,
Pi
yes,
RL.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 188.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. TSA 301.44.
Okay.
Surface area of a cone is equal to pi r multiplied by L plus R. On substituting the values of
Right.
pi, r and L in the above formula, we get the total surface area equal to 301.44 square meters. The radius and slant height of a cone are in the ratio 3:5. If the curved surface area of the cone is 2,310 square centimeters, find out its radius and slant height.
You have to find R and L. Ratio is given. R is to L. R is to L is 3:5. Pi RL is 2310.
147 centimeter radius, ma'am. 245 centimeter slant height.
Radius. What is the value of X?
49, ma'am.
No, x squared is 49. X will be 7.
7, ma'am.
X will be 7. 9.
Right. It is given that R is to L is equal to 3 is to 5. Let R be equal to 3x and L be equal to 5x. The curved surface area of the cone is equal to pi RL, which is equal to 2,310 square centimeters. On substituting the values of pi, R, and L, and on simplifying the equation, we get x equal to 7.
Square
This
root of
implies
49.
that the radius R is equal to 21 centimeters and the slant height L is equal to 35 centimeters.
Okay? Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
The volume of the solid formed when a right triangle whose sides are 5 centimeters, 12 centimeters, and 13 centimeters is rotated about the side of length 5 centimeters.
You have to find the volume. 1/3 pi r squared h. One by 3, 22 by 7, 12 into 12.
154.28 centimeter cube, ma'am.
7.
When right triangle AOB is rotated about side OA, it forms a cone radius 12 centimeters and height 5 centimeters. Thus, the volume of the solid formed is equal to the volume of the cone. We know that the volume of a cone is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Values of and h, we get the volume equal to 754.28 cubic centimeters. Now try these questions and answers on page.
Try this.
In this topic, we will study about three-dimensional circular objects. In our everyday lives, examples of circular solid objects include a ball, globe, and an orange. Such types of solid objects with a circular surface are called spheres. A sphere is a three-dimensional figure or a solid figure made up of all the points in space that lie at a constant distance from a fixed point. The fixed point is called the center of the sphere, and the fixed distance is called the radius of the sphere. In the figure, O is the center, and OA, OB, OC, and OD are the radii R of the sphere. Consider a circle with a center O. Draw a diameter as shown. Now rotate the circle about the diameter. Observe that when the circle is rotated, a sphere is formed. Thus, a sphere can also be considered a solid obtained on rotating a circle about its diameter. A segment joining 2 points on a sphere and passing through the center of the sphere is called a diameter of the sphere. In the figure, AB is the diameter of the sphere. If D is the diameter of a sphere of radius r, then the diameter is equal to twice the radius. Now, consider a sphere and a plane. Cut the sphere with the help of a plane such that it passes through the center of the sphere. Observe that a plane passing through the center of a solid sphere divides it into 2 equal parts, each of which is called a hemisphere. Let's perform an activity to find out the surface area of a sphere. Consider a spherical ball and 4 circular sheets of paper, all of the same radius r. Fix nails on the ball as shown Wind a string around the ball with the help of the nails so that no surface is left uncovered. Once the ball is completely covered, cut off the string. Now unwind the string from the surface of the ball and start circles one by one with this string. Observe that the length of the string completely covered the surface area of the sphere, all the 4 circles. Therefore, we can say that the area of a sphere 4 times the area of a circle. Now, the area of a circle is pi r square. Therefore, the surface area of a sphere, which is equal to 4 times the area of a circle, is equal to 4 pi r square, where r is the radius of the sphere. Now, consider a plane and a sphere. You know that a plane passing through the center of a solid sphere divides it into 2 hemispheres. A hemisphere has 2 faces, a flat face and a curved face. Since a hemisphere is half of a sphere, we get the curved surface area of the hemisphere equal to 2 pi r square. The total surface area of a hemisphere is the sum of the areas of the flat base and curved face. Therefore, the total surface area of a hemisphere is equal to 3 pi r square, where r is the radius of the sphere of which the hemisphere is a part. Let's now find out the formula for the volume of a sphere. Consider a cylinder, a cone, and a hemisphere. All the solid objects are of equal radius, r. The cylinder and the cone are of equal height, h. Here, h is equal to r. Fill the cylinder with sand. Pour the sand from the cylinder into the cone until the cone is completely filled. Pour the leftover sand from the cylinder into the hemisphere. Observe that the hemisphere is completely filled. Hence, the volume of a hemisphere is equal to the volume of a cylinder minus the volume of a cone, which is equal to 2 upon 3 pi r cube. Note that the radius of all 3 objects is the same. Also, the height of the cylinder and the cone is equal to the radius. Since the sphere is double the hemisphere, its volume is equal to twice the volume of the hemisphere, which is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Let's now verify the formula for the volume of a sphere. Consider a sphere of any radius, say 4.9 centimeters. Using the formula 4 upon 3 pi r cube, we find that the volume of the sphere is equal to 493 cubic centimeters. Now, fill a cylinder with water and place it in an open rectangular container. Place the sphere in the cylinder. Observe that some of the water spills over. Collect this spilled water in a measuring jar. Notice that the volume of the water displaced by the sphere is approximately equal to 493 cubic centimeters, which is equal to the volume of the sphere. By doing this activity repeatedly with spheres of varying radii, we will see that the volume of a sphere is always equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Hence, the formula for the volume of a sphere is verified. Important formulae of the surface area and volume of a sphere and a hemisphere. Recapitulate them. If r is the radius of a sphere, the surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. The curved surface area of the hemisphere is r square. The surface area of the hemisphere is the volume of the sphere is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. The volume of the hemisphere is 2 upon 3 pi r cube.
Do we have a curved surface area of sphere?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Only total surface area.
The spheres is called a spherical shell. If capital R and small r represent the outer and inner radii of a spherical shell, then the outer surface area of the spherical shell is 4 pi capital R square. inner surface area of the spherical shell is 4 pi small r square. The volume of the shell is 4 upon 3 pi multiplied by capital R cube minus small r cube.
Outer volume minus inner volume.
Let's now consider some illustrative examples.
Do this. How much you got?
TS said 221.76 centimeters square. Volume equal to 310.4 centimeters cube.
Example 1. Find out the volume and surface area of a sphere of radius 4.2 centimeters. It is given that the radius of the sphere is 4.2 centimeters. We know that the volume of a sphere is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. In the formula, put the value of r as 4.2 centimeters. We find that the volume of the sphere is equal to 310.464 cubic centimeters. The surface area of a sphere is equal to 4 r square. In the above formula, put the value of r as 4.2 centimeters. We find that the surface area of the sphere is equal to 221.76 square centimeters.
Did you get this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Example 2. Area of a sphere is 600.
Find the volume. How much did you get? Radius. Radius. What is the value of the radius?
28.
7. Radius is 7. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube.
1437.33 cubic centimeter.
Okay.
And 16 square centimeters. Find out its volume. We know that the surface area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. The surface area of the given sphere is 616 square centimeters. This implies that 4 pi r square equal to 116. On solving the above equation, we get r square equal to 49. Taking the square root of both sides, we get equal to 7 centimeters. Now, the volume of a sphere is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. In the formula, put the value of r as 7. We get the volume of the sphere equal to 1437.33 cubic centimeters. Example 3. The radius of a solid hemispherical toy is 3.5 centimeters. Find out its total surface.
$66.
115.5.
15.5
centimeter cube.
Area.
Okay.
The total surface area of a hemisphere is given by 3 pi r square. In the formula, put the value of r as 3.5. The total surface is equal to 115.5 square centimeters. Example 4. Find out the volume and the curved surface area of a hemisphere with a radius of 1 centimeter.
2 by r cube.
Our surface area is equal to 2772.
So area is area 2 pi r squared.
Volume equal to 19,404 centimeter cube.
Yes, correct.
It is given that the radius of the hemisphere is 21 centimeters. We know that the volume of a hemisphere is equal to 2 upon 3 pi r cube. In the formula, put the value of r as 21. We find that the volume of the hemisphere is equal to 19,000 meters. We know that the curved surface area of a hemisphere is equal to 2 pi r square. In the formula, put the value of r as 21. We find that the surface area is equal to 2,772 square centimeters. Example 5. The outer diameter of a spherical shell is 10 centimeters and its inner diameter is 9 centimeters. Find out the volume.
Outer volume minus inner volume.
One 1,135.6 centimeter cube.
Outer volume minus inner volume, did you do?
Yes, ma'am.
The outer diameter of the shell is equal to 10 centimeters.
Ma'am,
And the
I
inner diameter of the shell is equal to 9 centimeters.
Yes?
have not taken r equal to d
Therefore,
divided by
the
2.
outer radius of the shell is equal to 5 centimeters.
You have to take 5 and 4.5.
And the inner radius of the shell is equal to 4.5 meters. The volume of the metal contained in the shell is equal to the volume of the outer shell minus the volume of the inner shell. We know that the volume of a spherical shell is 4 upon 3 pi multiplied by capital R cube minus small r cube. In the formula, put the values of the outer and inner radii as 5 and 4.5 respectively. We get the volume of the metal equal to 141.95 cubic centimeters.
So now you will get this answer. 141.95.
Example 6. A vessel is in the form of a hemispherical bowl mounted by a hollow cylinder. The diameter of the bowl is 14 centimeters. The total height of the vessel is 13 centimeters. Find out.
So volume of the hemisphere plus volume of the cylinder. Volume of hemisphere. Formula?
2 upon 3 pi r cube.
2 by 3 pi r
3
cube.
pi r cube plus volume of cylinder. Pi r squared h. Diameter is 14. What is the radius of the hemisphere?
7, ma'am.
7, ma'am. 7, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
How much you got?
I got 205.4.
205.4. So you do 2 by 3 pi r cube plus pi r squared h.
Yes, ma'am.
Its capacity. Let the radius of the hemispherical bowl be r and the height of the cylinder be h. Then r is equal to 7 centimeters and h is equal to 6 centimeters.
1,644.
The total capacity of the bowl is the sum of the
Correct.
volumes of the cylinder and the hemisphere.
22.6.
We get pi r square multiplied by h plus 2 upon 3 r. Put value
If
of
you remove
R
the
as
common
7
factor, it is
and
easy.
H as capacity of the bowl. On simplification, we get the total capacity of the bowl equal to 1642.66 cubic centimeters.
Remove pi r squared common, then you will get h plus 2 by 3 r.
Example 7. An open hemispherical bowl has an inner radius of 6.3 centimeters. Find out the cost of polishing its interior at the rate of rupees 20 per 100 square centimeters. Here, the radius r of the hemispherical bowl is equal to 6.3 centimeters. The inner surface area of the bowl is equal to 2 pi r square. Put the value of r as 6.3. On simplifying, we find that the value of the inner surface area of the bowl is equal to 249.48 square centimeters. Now, to find out the cost of polishing the interior of the bowl, multiply the inner surface area of the bowl by the given
20
cost.
and divide by 100.
We get the cost of polishing the interior of the bowl equal to 49 rupees and 89 paise.
Did you get this?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah.
Yes, ma'am. First I
Multiply.
get this.
Yeah, something else you told, no? Some 64 something.
Ma'am, I multiplied into 5. Ma'am, I told this only, ma'am. 49.896.
Example 7. An open hemispherical bowl has an inner radius. Now try these questions and
Shall we continue?
Yes, ma'am.
This
here
is
are the answers for the questions given on the previous page.
this is over. Now we can do quiz, I think. Shall we do that? Quiz?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
There is cubes, cuboids, cone, cylinder, sphere, hemisphere.
Ma'am,
So
cube.
let us
Cube and
cuboids.
cuboids.
Yeah,
Cubes
one
and
by one we can do. Yeah, one by one we can do. So here, so you've been answering Pavitra and yes, Pavitra. Cube. Okay. Aishwarya has to answer this.
Ma'am, option A.
Who answered?
Ma'am, Aishwarya.
Aishwarya? Okay. Solid of three-dimensional figure with square plane.
Ma'am, option A.
Yeah. Next is Akash. Akash, perimeter of one face is 28. Find out the surface area. Akash has to say. Perimeter is given. Find the side and use formula. Surface area of cube. Perimeter is given. What is the side, Akash? Divide 28 by 4.
7, ma'am.
Surface area 6a squared. A is 7.
Option A, ma'am.
Next is Bhumika. Bhumika,
Yes, ma'am.
ratio is given. Dimensions are in the ratio 2:3:4. Volume is 648. Find the three dimensions. Bhumika has to tell.
Yes, ma'am.
Volume of cuboid is L into B into H.
Ma'am, option D, ma'am.
Option D. Correct.
That's correct.
Next, Danaya. Danaya.
Yes, ma'am.
Two cubes are joined together to form a cuboid such that the side of the cube is 5 centimeters. Find out the dimensions of the cuboid. Just dimension. No area, no volume. Length, breadth, and height. Two cubes are
Option B,
joined.
ma'am.
Option B. Farhan?
Yes, ma'am.
Farhan?
Yes, ma'am.
This question, if a side of the cube is 8 centimeters, find the lateral surface area. LSA of cube.
Two.
Which option? What is the
Ma'am.
answer?
256 centimeters. Option A, ma'am.
That's correct.
Next, Madhumita.
Yes, ma'am.
Length and breadth of a cuboid are in the ratio 5:7, whereas height and volume are 8 and 1120. Find the length and breadth of the cuboid. This is the last question. L is 5x, B is 7x, height is 8, volume is 1120. Cuboid.
Ma'am, option C.
Option C.
That's correct.
Very good. So many have written. Sachin, Sahana, Pavitra. Very good. Okay, shall we close the class today?
Ma'am.
Today's class?
Bye, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Okay, Shravan, correct. Bye.